Welcome to the Japan Chronicles. In July, me and my friends explored Japan for 3 weeks, checking out Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto and Kamakura. Join us on this episode where we eat, shop and sweat our way through Tokyo. But first, let me introduce you to the crew. First we have Harry. He's our navigator king and knows all the best cafes in Tokyo. Next is Will. He's here for a good time and loves a 7-Eleven iced coffee. Then we have Michaela. She's the side-eye queen and a matcha enthusiast. And lastly, we have me, Mo. You'll always find me with a camera in my hand and I will shop till I drop. Alright, now that you know everyone, get comfy and enjoy the episode. We are in Tokyo! Woo! Woo! And this is going to be a room tour. We came in last night. It was late, we were tired. So we need to get train passes. So we're going back to the airport and then we're going to shop till we drop. Literally. Okay, room tour. Done. That's it. All right, bye. Yes. All right, we can go home now. Day 1 in Tokyo, we actually didn't have much of a plan, basically on the loose lines to eat, shop, eat, and drop dead. Which, we successfully did that, that's for sure. The boys didn't arrive till later that night, so really the world was our oyster. Maybe an off oyster, because did I mention it was also 40 degrees and we were not prepared. So after eating a delicious and nutritious 7-Eleven breakfast, we headed into Tokyo Racecourse to go see if the markets were on. As soon as we arrived, the heat of the open car park really hit us bad. But alas, we did not come all this way to be scared off by the heat, so we conquered onwards. If you're like me and you like to look at people's junk, okay, no, that sounds a bit weird. I mean trash. If you like to look at people's trash and treasures and to collect trinkets, then this is the place for you. There were so many piles of random stuff. Like if you wanted cute secondhand clothes, they had it. If you're looking for vintage bags, this is the place. If you have a really niche collector item like random cables to unknown devices, guess what? They've got that too. If it wasn't for the heat, I feel like we could have spent a lot longer looking around. But to be honest, we did quite good considering though. We didn't actually get to buy much here. I think it was just because it was our first day, so we didn't want to spend all our money in one go. And also the abundance of trinkets was overwhelming. But I did, however, score a cute vintage watch and Michaela purchased a cute little dish and a vintage yellow skirt. We also purchased some fans trying to give us at least some airflow while walking around. Obviously, we had to visit a Lawson to rehydrate and regroup for what our next plan was. We are dead. We're so sweaty.
It's so sweaty.
It is so hot. We were humbled with the heat here. We decided to head to Harajuku and check out the shops there. Looking back, mixing heat, dehydration and crowds was probably not the smartest idea, but hey, you live and you learn. We found ourselves walking in circles, not sure if we were hungry, tired, or looking for a sweet treat. We were ducking in and out of shops until we came to the conclusion that we were definitely hungry and needed a good heavy lunch to keep us going, assuming we'd probably already made 20,000 steps by now. One thing if you go to Tokyo is that if there's a line out the front of a restaurant, it's probably a good or a tourist trap. Either way, you're going to have to line up to find out. Don't do what we did and try and dodge the lines and end up eating in some random shopping centre cafe, sharing a sad churro and one meat sandwich between the two of us, because they had sold out of everything else. It was a humbling, bonding experience to say the least. If you see somewhere you like, line up. After our, lunch, I got a sweet treat to seal the deal and we continued browsing the shops and gambling our money on the gachapon machines. Did you really go to Japan if you didn't get abused by these machines? We snacked up again and headed back to our cozy hotel to recharge, aka TikTok scroll for a while, before we made our way to Shibuya to a bar we had our eye on. This bar was so cool, from the dim lights to the jazz playing and a wall of vinyls to choose from. This was definitely our vibe. The drinks menu didn't disappoint either. Pages and pages of cocktail creations, all paired with their matching illustrations. Our first round, we both got cocktails, which to be honest, I cannot remember the life of me what they had in them, but they were good. And shout out to James for buying our second round, which was called the Purple Haze. It was a combination of gin, grape, plum, and soda. This was our favourite for the night for sure. On a buzz and an empty stomach, we made our way to dinner, getting distracted by stores along the way. A dinner location, you ask? Unknown, because again, we thought we would wing it. We were delusional, hungry, and a little bit tipsy, so we rode this elevator twice trying to find the food court level. I actually can't remember what we ate for dinner that night either, but we did somehow manage to end up in Donkey and walk the Shibuya crossing about 10 times. At one point, we got stopped by a guy asking if we liked to party. Absolutely not, sir. In response, we laughed and we said we were on our way home to bed actually, and we were not lying. Day 2, we started our morning by heading to Yoyogi Park to meet the boys. First things first though, matcha. So here's the thing, I've had matcha once before in Australia, and it tasted like milky grass, but I was determined to become a matcha girly this trip. Alright, we're doing ice matcha for the first time.
It's really good. Wait, is that your first one ever?
No.
I was gonna say, like what?
Was I surprised that it only took one matcha in Tokyo to convert me? Yes. Am I angry about it? Absolutely not. I don't know what they do different here, but man, it hits hard. Walking in Yoyogi Park was so beautiful. The huge trees provided some relief from the heat, and the sound of cicadas soon became the soundtrack for this trip. Once we met up with Will and Harry, we walked around Yoyogi Park, catching up on each other's lives. This was actually the first time I finally got to meet Will and Harry after years of hearing about them from Michaela. The stars finally aligned, aka our schedules, and we got to meet each other in the flesh. Yoyogi Park was giving Central Park's smaller, more zen sister. In saying that, I've never been to Central Park, so I could be way off, but the vibes were there. Our navigator King Harry led us to this cute little side alley cafe that had just enough space to fit us standing. They sold these fancy cream puffs, I guess you could call them. They came packaged so cute. We also got given fresh orange juice and a shot size of lemon shaved ice. Random combo that definitely didn't mix well in my stomach on top of the heat, but it was delicious in the moment. I'd recommend coming here for morning tea and allowing plenty of time before digging into lunch. As for us though, we headed straight to a gyoza restaurant for lunch. Now, one thing we did have booked for today was a tea ceremony near Shibuya. There was no filming allowed of the actual ceremony, but just picture a bar setting. But the bartenders are tea experts and they're wearing these like white lab coats where they pour mini tea shots and explain each tea and its origin. It was such a cool experience and I so wish I could have filmed it, but I guess you'll just have to go check it out yourself. We then headed to Shimokitazawa to browse the vintage shops and markets. This is a thrifter's dream here. So many curated stores. Oh, and it was so funny, right? We saw these cute little beaded rings and we wanted to buy one each, but we had no cash on us, so we went to the Lawson to get some cash out and mistakenly got confused between 50,000 and 5,000 yen. So guess who's walking around with $500 in cash with them? Luckily, the boys had some smaller change, so we didn't have to pay for a $6 ring with a $100 note. Every store is decked out in whatever the theme of the shop is, so there were so many retro stores with VHSs lining the wall, as well as disco balls and carefully curated t-shirt collections. We loved looking through all the stores and finding little treasures here and there. One thing I did want to find on this trip was a custom-made room. I had done some research and I knew there was a couple of places around, but we happened to find one here in Shimokitazawa. And I was so excited to add to my ring collection. This is the ring I just got custom made. It's so pretty! We then shopped and shopped and shopped a bit more and then shopped again. The self-control I had to have to not buy every single cute trinket I saw was almost impossible.
This is cute.
So cute. We were so gone by this stage, but you know what would be a great idea right now? Once again, we end our day in the hustle and bustle and the chaotic mess that Shibuya is. Never have I ever felt more like a fish in a fish tank than when crossing the scramble and seeing everyone in Starbucks taking photos like we're in a zoo enclosure. I couldn't help but laugh at the sight. Can't tell you what we ate for dinner because, once again, we left it too late and couldn't find anywhere. Don't worry, I promise we pick up our food game tomorrow. Later that night, we somehow ended up in a bookstore, which was a nice oasis from the busy streets below. I found a Snisky collection available and thus started my obsession for the trip. Mind you, it's now 10 PM and we have somehow stumbled our way into Tower Records. We came because Michaela had a vinyl she's been eyeing out. Me, on the other hand, I'm here purely for the vibes and the aesthetic. The longer we stayed there, I somehow became more convinced that I needed to start a vinyl collection right in this moment. It all went downhill when I caught a glimpse of a Harry poster and had to go find his discography, as a duty of care, you know. I then decided that Harry's poster was right. No vinyl, no life. And I must purchase his vinyl, even though I have no record player. At all. Let me just remind you, it was late, I was delusional, and Harry's vinyl matched my outfit, which also happens to be my favourite colour.
I have to get it because it matches my shirt.
However, fate prevailed luckily, and I did not purchase it.
I didn't even have a record player.
Welcome to my unboxing.
Oh.
What one do I want it to be? This one? That one and that one. Alright.
What? Oh, it's really cute. You're gonna love it. Yay! I love that you get a mini. Is that the special one?
I don't think so. I don't know what that one is.
You're getting excited. You got a mini one.
And then this little guy. Very excited. This is me and Michaela right now. Dead. This is what Michaela got. Tell the class.
I splurged finally. It's my big girl purchase.
She's a big girl.
I know. I've been eyeing it for like months and I can't justify it, but I can justify it here for some reason. But yeah. It's so pretty.
I've had this for 10 minutes and I've already lost his thumb.
It's not in the shoe one?
Possibly. No, because I won't got my son in here. Where did I put him?
That's crazy.
So confused.
Had it 1 minute, it would come next. So I grew legs and walked away.
He's gone.
I refuse to get it up. It was right here. Why does it just go? You're missing.
I don't understand either. Okay, so we just spent 20 minutes looking for my little friend. Can't find him. Cannot find him. This room is this big. This is the whole room. Where did it go? Where did it go? We've looked all here. We've looked all here. We've looked all here. We even looked in our shoes. Where did it go? We're both creeped out and really confused. Like, we didn't imagine that, did we? I'm so confused. Anyway, hopefully we will find it. Day 3 had us escaping from the sun and finding shelter at the clamp exhibit located at the National Art Center in Tokyo. Now, I never grew up reading manga, so I have no idea what to expect. However, to Michaela, this was her childhood. We were only allowed to take some photos in specific areas, but let me tell you, this was such a beautiful and interesting exhibit. The detail in these illustrations were amazing. Even though I didn't know any of the series, Michaela gave me some fun facts along the way as we explored their collection. To be honest, my favourite part was just watching how excited Michaela was to be here and how much her younger self would have loved this experience. We decided to stroll around the city until we found some lunch, which led us to this udon noodle restaurant. We got the cold udon set, which was perfect for how hot it was today. The waiter showed us once we were finished with our noodles to pour hot water into our soy sauce cups to make a little soup. And of course we had to finish off with a sweet treat. These were so good. I can't remember exactly what they were, but I do know it was like a strawberry and soya milk frappe of some sort, and oof, they were hitting. We then decided to keep on the exhibit theme for the day and check out the Paul McCartney photography display that was being held at the top of Tokyo City View Sky Deck. Which, funny enough, we didn't realise it was on the top floor, so when the escalator doors opened to this view, we were so surprised. To be honest, we were happy just seeing the view, let alone the actual gallery. So you're probably thinking, oh, you must be a big Paul McCartney fan. In fact, no. To be honest, we had trouble picking who he was in the group photos, but we both like photography and have a good eye for design, so it was both enjoyable and interesting to see the different images he had captured throughout his career. This exhibit definitely inspired me to live out my fangirl dreams and be an artist's videographer / photographer. Before calling it a day, we headed to our beloved sacred 7-Eleven to pick up some afternoon snacks and dinner. Alright, we are taste testing these grape lollies. Oh, they look a little... Oh, they're like... I don't know how I feel about this. Now, I've seen you can peel them, or you can just eat them.
Really?
I don't know how I feel about them. How do you peel them? This feels wrong. I don't think you're meant to peel them. I don't know what everyone else is talking about. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
It's cute.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, you got 2.
Oh, you got 3.
Oh!
You got Sakura.
Wait, yeah. Oh, that's really cute.
Yeah.
It's 2.
I got
Oh, that one's pretty. Yeah, that's so cute.
girl dinner. Oh, it's turned into mush.
Ugh. And I know what you're thinking. You're in Japan. Why are you not going out for dinner every night? Girl, it was so hot and we are exhausted. We are barely functioning how it is. And sometimes you just need a bed rot for the afternoon, you know? Taste test. Number, I can't remember. Brulee. Cream brulee.
How bogan are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
Brulee. What do you call this, love? Sponge cake. She looks icy. Ooh. Cute. Alright. You know what? Tasty. But it's just toffee over whipped cream. You know what? I'd give it like 7.58. It is just cream and toffee.
Is that not what creme brulee is?
It is 6:15 and we are about to head to Disney. We are dead, but we're about to be in the happiest place of the world. It's Disney Day! And we were up bright and early to go line up to hopefully up our chances of securing Fantasy Spring tickets. Let me tell you, the Disney Scramble is no joke. Now, we went over the game plan about 5 times of what we needed to do once we were inside the park gates, and that was to hop straight onto the Disney Resort app and try and get access to Fantasy Springs. But guess who totally forgot the game plan once they stepped through those gates? Me! I was just too excited to be there and totally forgot we had a mission to do. So please enjoy me trying to get a group shot while the boys are frantically trying to get tickets to Fantasy Springs.
Oh my god. Quick, go.
Thank you, Harry and Will. I'd still be outside the park if it wasn't for you guys. We did it! We did it! What ride are we going on?
Journey to the center of the earth.
Of the earth. So I've never actually been to any of the Disney parks anywhere, ever. So this is my first experience, and our very first ride was Journey to the Center of the Earth, which was so much fun, but man, they really do gaslight you with those lines, I tell ya. Every corner you're like, okay, I see the doors, we're almost in, and then you keep walking, and it turns out you have to actually walk downstairs, then upstairs, and then around a corner, and maybe downstairs again, and then finally you're in front of the doors, which only leads you to another area which the line continues from. It was heartbreaking. Me and Michaela decided to go check out the Little Mermaid area, which was so cute. The details everywhere were spot on, and I think our younger selves would have absolutely loved this place. This one, next taste test, is curry popcorn. Six out of 10. Yeah, it's okay. We then walked around a bit and explored and decided to hop on this little steamboat around the park, which we thought was going to be a tour, but it was more like a little taxi service, although it was still a great way to see the park without walking. Any excuse to be a passenger princess.
For lunch, we have spaghetti and meatballs, a long pizza, and these little guys. Michaela's on a mission. She said at lunch, no more sweet treats. Well, look where we are.
Once it hit midday, it was our turn to go to Fantasy Springs. The entrance to Fantasy Springs is so beautiful. So you pretty much walk through this massive cage, which then leads you to the world of Tangled, Frozen, and Peter Pan. The way they designed this part of the park was so well done. 1 minute you're in Annandale, the next you're in Pixie Meadows. It was crazy. We didn't actually have too much luck in Fantasy Springs, but we did manage to ride Rapunzel, which was so beautiful and so well done. Unfortunately, it legit goes for 2 minutes, like what you see right now is the whole ride. But again, I was just grateful to be there, and it was so beautiful seeing the Lantern Room. It was then our turn to go on the Frozen ride, which was the one we were the most excited about, purely because of the animatronics and what we've heard about them. Unfortunately, we only got about 1 minute into the ride and it shut down. We had to sit there for like 30 minutes before they escorted us off the ride. After staring at the creepy Elsa and Anna animatronics for 30 minutes, we decided to go ride the Peter Pan ride before calling it a day. And honestly, Peter Pan ended up being our favourite ride of the day. It was a good lamp and it was so much fun. Obviously the footage doesn't do it justice as we had to wear 3D goggles, but just know I felt like a kid again. After a day of walking around the park, we were so gone. Mind you, the boys are still there. They're still popping off at the park. Gold medals to them, honestly. But us grandmas, we needed to leave. So we dragged ourselves out to find some dinner before calling it a day. Day 5 and we're up and early, starting our day in Asakusa. I can't remember exactly what time we got here, but I'm going to say around like 7:38, and it was a lot less crowded. Now, I know it looks like it's busy in the footage, but trust me, it got even busier as the day went on. So we're taking in the quiet temple gardens as much as we could.
She is beauty, she is grace, she is Miss United States.
I just realized I shouldn't walk away because I can't find people in crowds.
Shock horror, it was stinking hot again today. Who said to go to Japan in summer? Who was it? We decided to try our luck and pick our fortunes.
I got bad fortune.
My fortune was a good fortune, which is great, and it even said that my lost item will be found, which if we can just backtrack a little bit to my missing shmishki that somehow disappeared in a 5x5 foot room, I will find you, sir. My fortune said so. Anyway,
Take it. Feel that fortune. She good? Is she bad?
Good fortune!
Harry's turn.
Just,
What will you
pick
get?
it out like this.
Yeah. Whichever one comes to you. Dun, 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 dun.
Good fortune!
Michaela is now sorting out to buy a good luck charm after her bad fortune. She's like, I'm gonna need something stronger to keep these bad vibes off.
after we received our good fortunes, 3 good fortunes, 1 bad fortune, sorry Michaela, we decided to explore more of the gardens around the temple while the boys headed off to their next temple location. Me and Michaela, however, decided we wanted to chill. We wanted to shop till we dropped and we wanted to do a little diddly-dallying. And we also needed some matcha because we cannot continue without our green little juice. After checking out the little markets around the temple, we made our way to the Miffy flower shop, and oh my god, I had to hold myself back. Otherwise, I would have brought the whole shop. Literally, the audio to all these clips is just me going, oh, that's so cute! We then met up with the boys in Ginza and had an afternoon tea at a little tea house inspired cafe. The cakes were so delicious. I had an apple pie cake and Michaela had a blueberry cheesecake. Then, believe it or not, we somehow ended up in Shibuya again. It was bound to happen at some stage, but my clip of my unboxing is all in mute, so enjoy this little voiceover. So I picked up these little mystery Miffy embroidered badges that I got one for me and my sister. This is the one I got. It's so cute. I love it. Up next, we have the Shimiski collection. I got a couple of different ranges this time. This one I think was like a pooping one or a toilet one. Oh, also by the way, Michaela is off camera, so that's why I'm showing them to her. I am not that crazy yet. It's so cute. Look at it. It's holding toilet paper. As you can see, I was very excited with this one. This is the second Shimishki and I'm showing Michaela and she's all like, what is it doing? I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, cute. But then I'm like, no, it comes with another little cursed one. I can't lose this one too. I also got a paper cut in the middle of this. I tell you, these blind boxes are lethal. Then the last Shimishki we had is maybe one of my favorites. Michaela's like, oh, it's so cute. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna love it. Anyway, this is my reaction. It is so cute. And here's my little Shimishki family. Then you will not believe what happened. And I swear on my life that this is 100% true and I did not plan this, okay? Guys, guess what Michaela found? It was in her shoe bag this whole time. I must have accidentally dropped it in there. Nice. But anyway, my fortune was right. It said my lost item will be found. And that was this morning, so yay! And now he can be reunited. We then finally found a sushi train restaurant down the road, which believe me is actually a lot harder than you would expect. Also, they call it Sushi Go Round instead of Sushi Train, which I will forever be calling it that now. And of course it started raining as soon as we stepped foot outside of our hotel. But hey, all for the aesthetic. Look how pretty Tokyo is when it rains. Eating sushi while it's raining outside, talking about our last 5 days in Tokyo was truly a great way to end our Tokyo stint. Join us in our next episode as we head to Nagoya and Kyoto and to check out the Ghibli Park as well as many more amazing adventures. See you soon. Bye!
Whoa, that was so fast.